What up, what up, what up, Maniacs and Mac heads? It's your man Kev Mac, and I'm back with another episode of KM Video Live Streams. What's up with y'all? What it do? College football was popping. This week we got some NFL, some real good action, and we got more Carver Park. We got 6 parts to the Carver Park story, and I'm gonna keep it cracking all of September, man. I can't promise y'all what's gonna happen after September, but I could promise y'all we got a September full of videos. So y'all stick with your man. Stay hang in there with me. Be patient with me, because September's here and Kev Mac has re-arrived. As they say, Kev Mac is back. I ain't never went nowhere though. Keep it real. I've been here. I ain't went nowhere. And we got Melly Mel, Baby S Mac. We got some Inglewood history coming up. Morningside family and Inglewood Crips and just all kind of shit, man. So between college football, NFL, and KM video, you'll never get bored this September. But what it do, y'all? What y'all want to talk about, man? I know y'all got some shit up your sleeve. What y'all want to talk about? Fitzgerald, what's up, man? I expect to see you Saturday, but my Saturday is gonna be full. You got me coming out there to see you, and I got all this other shit lined up now, man. But and hopefully you got my email. Crip Crazy was trying to holler at you, so check your email if you haven't got their email. DJ, what up? What up? What up? Fresno State. Yeah. How about USC Trojans? Broncos about to beat Vegas Raiders Sunday night. Maybe. Maybe not. I know the Patriots finna sign Demaryius Thomas, and we finna have another receiver for Brady to throw to. Defenses, beware of them Patriots. The Hurricanes on my ass, about to evacuate. Hey man, take it easy, be safe, go underground if you had to. You know my thing about Jamel is, which I'm wondering, and I'll ask a few people on camera in the future, is is everybody dismissing him for talking shit about Tookie? Or are they really going back to when he was leading the pack with Tookie? If it was something there back then, I don't know. But um, I think we'll get some interesting answers if we ask. Sakari, good looking out, man. I'm definitely keeping y'all fed for September, man, without question. Again, I don't know what's gonna happen after September, man. It all depends on the maniacs and Mac heads, and you know. But I'm gonna do what I can, man. Y'all know how I get down. Lady Brim, what up? Good morning, good morning, good morning to you and to all the Brims out there. I know a lot of people been wanting a Damu. They've been wanting the perspective of a Damu, and so we got KP. He calls himself the original Sinbad. He knows the other Sinbad that we already interviewed, and he gives a different, unique perspective coming out of Inglewood. He filled in a few holes, um, not holes as in women, a few holes in the history that he felt like we was missing. And so he gives a perspective of there being 2 parts of Inglewood family, the Morningside family and then the families that went elsewhere to school and lived in the 70s closer to the A-trays and 60s, as he says. So we got that coming up after Carver Park, and he tells who he think was the first Bloods and who was responsible, most responsible. No, Harry O ain't out. If he's out, let me know. I don't know that. I don't know nothing about him being out unless there's a fake Harry O out there. You know, like how they had 2 Rick Rosses. You had Rick Ross, the dope dealer, and Rick Ross, the CO. And then he made a nice music career and got rich. Unless there's a Harry O out there that's using Harry O's name and about to get rich in the rap world, hey, as far as I know, he's locked up. We already discussed this once or twice already. So I hate to keep having to repeat myself and answer the same questions over and over. But Monique, if y'all could prove me wrong, prove me wrong. That's all I'm saying. Middle of August has been over. So here we are in September, still talking about middle of August news. Mac video, Fitzgerald did that. KC versus the Bills Super Bowl prediction. First of all, Manuel Jackson. First of all, Manuel Jackson. There's an impossibility of 100% that KC and the Bills can't be in the Super Bowl together. Not in this day and age when they both in the AFC. I mean, what, you just gonna take the NFC out of the equation or what? Mel Manning, what up, homie? Dallas governor needs to swallow his pride and show Zeke the money. Naomi Osaka got upset today, according to Melly Mel. And she's been doing good, man. Damn. I hate that our girl Coco Gauff got knocked out, but she's a young phenom, 15-year-old tennis player, the next Venus and Serena, doing her thing. I used to ride up to Morningside High with Swig back in the day, drink that satin bitter lemon. Okay, Lady Brim. Lady Brim, you've been around a few corners talking about your memory ain't that good and all that shit. I mean, you was really around. See, females have a lot of access to inside information of how individuals felt and who certain individuals ran with, because every guy wanted a beautiful woman to be in that ride shotgun with him, be in that passenger seat and go meet his other friends from other neighborhoods and pillow talk, share information that they wouldn't share with the fellas. And so, Lady Brim, there's no doubt in my mind you got more information than you leading us to believe you have. But it's all good, sweetheart. We just happy to have you around to help correct some of this information and give your recollection, the little recollection that you're willing to give us. We really appreciate it, and you're nice and kind. You're just a sweetheart. And so once again, the Queen of Mac videos is in the building, and I think it's a beautiful thing when people from your era can show that we all one and there's no separation as far as age and era goes. But good morning. Once again, let's go back. Once again, I said, this Sinbad says he's the original Sinbad. So this is not the same Sinbad that I interviewed already. This guy is older than Sinbad, and he does know him. He knows him. So there's apparently two Sinbads from that era, that area, during that era. And so just check out his interview. He'll probably answer the questions you have regarding the other Sinbad or something. You know what I'm saying? So just kick back. Like I said, just be patient, man. The interview's coming after the Carver Park series. I'm undecided if I want to make it a premiere or not, but there will definitely be multiple parts to his interview. And I think it's interesting, man. Because we haven't had a Watergate and IVC or the original Inglewood interview, I think he gives some insight into the Inglewood Crips in the early days, man, and the relations to Inglewood family, and he mentioned some West Side members. So I think it's gonna be pretty good. Monster Cody's in prison, man. It disturbs me that I have to keep telling you guys who's in jail and who's not in jail. Dears, if you could come on Mac videos and type and ask questions or make statements, then you should be able to look up inmate locator for CDCR and BOP.gov. It's that simple. Just go to the state prison website or the federal prison website, inmate locator, type in the name of the person you're looking for, man. And you'll know if they home or they not home. You know what I mean? Salute. Your work gonna be around for years to come. Mike D, I hope so, man. I would hate for YouTube to just knock us all the way off completely out the box and these videos just be gone overnight. Any Pigeon Coop or graffiti artist videos in the vault? I actually have a graffiti artist video in the vault. Yes, sir, JT. Yes, sir. When I'll get to it, I don't know. Maybe the end of September, maybe not. I don't know. It all depends on how much content we got to go around, and, you know, like I said, depend how long I can stay right here and upload videos, man. Yes, there was Crips in Inglewood before the West Side. Supposedly, from all that I know, from the history that I have gathered, Inglewood Crips 1970, West Side Crips 1971. And there's still at least like Manuel Jackson, there's multiple ways to donate, bro. There's one on the screen for the PayPal, and there's also Cash App. Cash App, Kev Mac Videos. Um, so either way, either one of those are fine, or just click on your dollar sign at the bottom, bro. I don't know why my shit's tripping like this, but it is what it is. What the hell? Is it an earthquake or what around this motherfucker? We need more 60 history for sure. I mean, we bought a lot of 60 history already, so of course there's some that's left out, but at this point, I mean, we're trying to move on and cover some other areas geographically, different personalities, why they still here and still living. Um, we could always come back to some 60 history, whatever we may have missed or whatever personalities we don't have. And then you always have to remember, not everybody's trying to get in front of the camera. Some people got their personal reasons for not doing interviews, so we got to respect that and understand that. Have we settled on an official date for Compton Crips? Seeing the date keeps getting kicked back. The dates definitely keep getting moved around. And as far as I'm concerned, like in my opinion, for me, for this channel, no, we haven't really settled on a date for the Compton Crips. It has to be somewhere 71 at the latest. Before West Side Crips, before or after West Side Crips, personally, I do not know. I've been looking for that forever. Some people say West Side was first without question. Then you have some Comptons that say they was first, so no. But I do plan to put a video up about that and answer those questions at some point. You know, we'll dig more off into that at some point and put a video up just for that. Just focus on that and that only. I know Cutes is watching. Honcho's probably watching. Some other names I won't mention from Compton are probably watching, and they'll probably have something to say about that. But it appears those that wasn't Compton Crips, like outside of the Carver Parks and outside of the Grandies, it appears the West Side Crips had an impact on Compton's Cripping. So again, outside of Carver Park and the Grandies, anything in the middle of that seems to have been influenced by Tookie or other West Side Crips from the hundreds. Peep what I said about the name Harry. anyone named Harry gets called Harry O. Like Public Enemy is Harry Alien, what's called Harry O at times in songs. All right, Hutch, I got you. Happy Labor Day, DJ Vegas. Didn't even realize it was a holiday today. Good looking out. Lady Brim, it should be a way of getting around not being on camera but still getting the info out there. I'm sure there's a way, but we definitely don't want, what we don't want is another Billy Jack situation where he's behind the camera and a person talks and then we don't see the face of the person talking. So, but there's definitely got to be a way. I mean, we could blot out faces if they need their face blotted out. We could change their voice if they're worried about their voice being recognized. I mean, there's plenty of ways to get around it, but I like to say not all, but most are just full of shit. I believe most of them. 70%, 75% are just full of shit, I would say. If Compton came first, that means they should have been the West Side meetings at St. Andrews Park and Rio show. I agree with Compton should have been at the St. Andrews Park meetings and the Centinela Park meetings. I agree with that. I don't know about the Rio show. I think that was more of a hundreds type of situation. That was just that tight-knit group and what they had going on. That wasn't all the Crip type situation. But yeah, from what I've been told from West Side Crips, West Side came first and Compton came immediately afterwards. Because let me give you my philosophy. This is my philosophy right here, Joe Mosley and Maniacs and Macheads, even Compton Crips. This is my philosophy. Now, this is just my philosophy. I wasn't there, but my philosophy is this. Originally, it was just Crips, or as some say, Cribs. So you have the Crips, right? Then once you get Inglewood, you get Inglewood Crips. And then once you get West Side, it becomes East Side and West Side. So you got East Side and West Side. So I don't believe there was a Compton Crips yet. I believe once, because even when Willie Herb talks and Willie Herb says it was just East Side Crips and Compton Crips. Well, East Side Crips didn't become East Side Crips until after the West Side Crips became West Side Crips. It was just Crips. Mr. C. Walker, good looking out. And so East Side Crips, Inglewood Crips, West Side Crips, then Compton Crips makes sense to me. Because if Compton came in as Compton Crips while they was East Side Crips, then that would show that Compton came after West Side. But just my philosophy and my timeline. But West Side told me Compton came in immediately after West Side. Compton is who you're referring to when you say the dates keep getting moved up and back. That's Compton because apparently all of Compton wasn't on one accord yet. Apparently it was Compton Crips first before they branched off into Grandies and everything else, Boot Hill and what have you. Yeah, man, what's hood? Would you catch before at the Slauson Swap Meet back in the war years? What hoods would you catch? I mean, I didn't catch nobody because catch means referring to somebody was slipping and I inflicted harm on them. But the Brams was always up there. I ran across some Hoovers and A-Trays up there, but really Brams because it's in the Brams' backyard. But it would always be like 50s. I always see 50s up there. I always see 60s up there. So it was nothing. It was nothing in 40s. We'll see 40s up there. So it was nothing to see some NHs up there or some O's up there. I haven't done no interviews with nobody from IVC. I don't know if I'll do one with IVC. Again, for those that's new to this platform, you can't just get every hood and every personality overnight. It don't work like that. Some people are harder to get to others and some take longer than others. This is This is real life. So you can't just line up 100 different people in one day. It just don't work like that, you know. And so, and for those that don't know, I'm not even in the land. I'm not even located. My central location is not even in Los Angeles. It's not even in California. So I have to go to California. I have to go to LA, Compton, and all these different cities to get these interviews, dog. I don't just wake up in LA and have an interview waiting in my front yard, or you know what I'm saying, in the living room or some shit. Carver Park, in my estimation, the Carver Park interview gets better as it goes along, and we end part 6 with Willie Herb talking about the Nickerson Gardens. I don't know how many space ghosts there are, but you know, it kind of baffles me when I see people in the comments like, I thought Space Ghost was from 9-0. Every hood has their own set of names. So there could be a Space Ghost from 9-0, a Space Ghost from the Bishops. It could be a Space Ghost from wherever else. You know what I'm saying? It's not just one name limited to one hood. It don't go like that. Just like my name is Kevin. I'm not the only Kevin in the world. There's Kevins all over the world. There's Kevins in other states, other cities. There's Kevins in the same classroom. You know what I mean? It's not just one. Robert Jackson, good looking out, man. I hope I'm taking that in the right context. Tony Stacy, if you remember, he promised to give a part 2 before the summer, and it didn't happen. So I don't know. That's not a question that I want you guys to ask me. You know, sometimes you got to go to the source if you can. I don't know. I don't know when there'll be a follow up, but I've talked to him on the phone, and he promised that we'll sit down again. I don't know, man. There's at least 5 Max from the hood, not including 2 of them that was using the name without permission. So that's 7. That's 7 Max locally, man. I'm sure it's some more Max. In fact, there's this Benz. It's a Benz running around in California that says Max on the license plate. And about every 5 years, because the person updates his license plate, about every 5 years somebody will see it and take a picture of it and send me a picture of that Benz. So there is another Mac out there. OG Bloodstone villain interview. I don't know if we'll get an OG Bloodstone interview. And I know all Bloods, I know every member of the Bloodstone villains can't speak for all of the members, but I got a message in my inbox saying that the Bloodstone Villains was taking their interview to another channel and was sorry that they wouldn't be doing Mac videos because I didn't respond in appropriate amount of time. So it is what it is, but I don't have none lined up. Bro, Tony Stacy answered your question already. He said he's going to drop another book. Bottom line, that's what he said. I don't live there anymore. I only visit from time to time. Didn't somebody from Grandy say Carver was under the Eastside Crips? I don't remember. Maybe. I don't remember. Hey, you getting ready to go back to work, man. Have a good day at work, but you asked how to donate. Hopefully you donate, bro. Um, but have a good day, man. Don't work too hard. Mr. C. Walker. What up, bro? I rewatched the 90 interview. It was too good. Back to work. You at the airport? Kev, whose hood is Broadway in Manchester? Broadway in Manchester? I want to say 9 Deuce Hoovers or 9-4 Hoovers, um, but I'd have to look at the map to bring it back to my eyes. Slow down, Kev. You killing them. Nah, we finna keep it at this pace, bro. We finna keep this shit at this pace, man. Don't even trip. My question is, do we slow down in October or not? That's the big question. I can't talk about nobody's mouth, man. My shit fucked up too. I got I got Sinbad on the way, man. But Sinbad, it's not the same Sinbad I already interviewed. It's a different Sinbad, bro. But nevertheless, it's interesting. All gas, no brakes for September, bro. But 83rd and Broadway, 83rd is north of Manchester. Manchester cuts all that off. It's new territory once you cross Manchester. My man say I'm throwing haymakers, huh? Frog name definitely rings. Frog is mentioned by a lot of people we interview, right? I had never heard of Frog. Never in my life had I heard of Frog from the Nickerson Guards. But anybody in that area, his name always come up. Frog's name is always popping in that area. And, I've talked to people offline and yeah, Frog was the real deal in his day. Frog was under Ray Boyce and them by several years. The Barker brothers and all those dudes, but Frog name rang, man. Frog name was a big name over there. A7 Gangsters would be that way, but 87 is more like Avalon, right? San Pedro, Avalon. I don't know what that means, man. The same dude from years ago. I don't know what that means, but we going on 3 years, man. We're going on 3 years of Kel Mac videos, dog. So we averaging what 20,000 subscribers a year. We need to get that up a little bit, though. I'm not sure which Sinbad Nugget was talking about, but we'll see. We'll see, man. Hopefully Nugget come back soon, man. Kel Mac, do you fuck with Tyler? Yeah, Tyler's my nigga, man. Tyler's a cool dude, man. Yeah, Ricky, 3 years, man. Where you been, bro? You just now getting hip to Kel Mac videos, dog? Yeah, 8-7 would be pretty good. 9-7 would be good. Yeah, I agree. So I just got off the phone with Big Petey Wack, man. Big Petey Wack is working on a book. It's halfway done, 50% done. Um, Petey Wack has some interesting things to say. But shout out to Petey Wack. Shout out to my man with the banging clothing wear. I know Peanut from 8-7. He stay in Florence Hood. Did you interview Bob from Carver's? I seen him in the video. No, I didn't interview Bob. Kel Mac, did you go to high school with Big John Williams? I went to Crenshaw after Big John Williams was gone, man. Like a year after Big John, I think. I think when I went to summer school, Big John Williams was there, but he was gone. Big John Williams had left when I got to Crenshaw regular school. Why didn't he mention Roy Tucker? He's going to mention Roy Tucker. If he didn't mention him already, he's going to mention Roy Tucker. But he's not going to give you no bio, no stories on them dudes. You know, he kept it about him as much as he could. But he didn't give no background on Roy Tucker or none of the other fellas that was there that was older than him. Carver Park is 6 parts, man. I mentioned that like 10 times yesterday. On Friday, man. 6 parts, 6 parts. Who was the brother Big U mentioned in his interview? P. Manny. One of the original 60s, man. West Side Crip, one of the originals. Kev, how you feel about SNY programming with Mainline? How do the OGs on the R feel about that? They gonna have to bring it or face consequences. Some probably come back and people won't even know that they was SNY or dropped out or snitched. Who knows? But I'm not in prison, so that's not my issue. I'm on the streets, man. I don't have to deal with that, so that ain't my issue. Yo, Kev, what you think about Jalen Hurts last night? Who's Jalen Hurts? The quarterback for USC? He has a lot of potential. A lot of potential, but I'm not impressed. Part 2 tonight at 6 o'clock. Eli Jackson, what about him? What about him? Again, those that was older than Southside Chicana Woody stays in the 60s. Therefore, Pookie says Sweetback ain't knocked Melvin Hardy out. A lot of people said that. I've had many people say it never happened. But that's Sweetback's story, man. How you feel about Kevin Hart? Man, that's fucked up, man. You know, like my partner said, life throws some cold curveballs at you sometime, man. So I hope Kevin Hart recovers, man. Me dealing with my back injuries, man. I feel for anybody with a back injury, bro. It ain't no joke, man. People take for granted your back, man, until you have a real back injury. You really need your back, man, because that's where your strength comes from, your agility comes from. You know, you lose blood circulation when you're sitting down in your legs, your feet. You know what I'm saying? And it's uncomfortable when you sleep. Back injuries ain't no joke, bro. So I feel bad for Kevin Hart. I hope he recovers, man. Trill Boxing Talk. Good looking out. Love your content, brother. Thank you. I'm from Texas. I enjoy the history. I was in federal prison with a few Cali dudes. They told great stories, but your work gives a visual. Thanks from Texas. Good looking out, bro. I appreciate it. I always say Texas are my biggest supporters, man. California and Texas are our greatest supporters here. But Texas really be showing out. Really be tuned in. I appreciate you guys, man. And the winner is Kev Mac. Good work. Good looking out, bro. Appreciate it. Dwight Howard knows to. We need to get Dwight Howard on here, man. If we could get Dwight Howard on here and ask him about being soft and laughing and shit and coming back to the Lakers, his relation to Kobe Bryant and all that shit, that would be classic. Kevin Hart was in a classic car with that new motor technology. Damn, I didn't know that, DJ Vegas. Wow. Houston defense is garbage. Packers gonna kick the Bears in. I think the Packers gonna win too. I was just telling Too Pretty Kenny that. The Bears are favorite. But I think the Bears are favorite because number one, they're at home. Number two, Khalil Mack and the Bears played their ass off last year. So I think that number, I think that line is based on last year, bro, and being at home. I think the Packers are gonna win this game as well, but that's just me. You know what, man? When y'all want me to come on and talk football, give me a day and a time, and we can do it every week. Should I just come on Sunday mornings 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock on Sunday mornings? What y'all think? I give y'all my picks and shit, and we could talk football, and we could talk about the fantasy league we got. What y'all think? Or we could not do it at all. Melvin Hardy had influence in Compton. I never heard Melvin Hardy have an influence in Compton, but there are some other dudes, Mr. X, Carl Robinson. There are some guys out the hundreds that had some type of influence in Compton, and even Tookie. You know, a lot of them dudes had influence in Compton, but how much I can't say because I don't know, and I would like to get it from the horse's mouth. Jump through the screen, bro. I mean, I like the Bears. I like the 85 Bears to be specific. Walter Payton, Roland Harper, Dave Durson, Jim McMahon, what was his name? Evans, the quarterback, Evans. Remember Evans? I can't think of his first name right now. Refrigerator Perry, you know what I'm saying? Mike Singletary, Coach Dicker. But I got the Packers winning Thursday, bro. Tuesday sound legit. So we talk football on Tuesday for the weekend. All right, I could do that, I guess. I mean, since that's the only suggestion is Tuesday, somebody else says Saturday night. Whooped New England 46-10. That was a cold Super Bowl there. They whooped the hell out of New England. No big deal. That's just part of history, man. Don't have me bust out my 85 Chicago Bears jacket with the C on that I banged at Crenshaw High School. That was the first Chicago Bear jacket I ever seen, man. Of course, after that, everybody started buying them. I got that jacket from Rosie Greer. Rosie Greer had a shop in downtown LA, and my father was friends with Rosie Greer. And Pops never bought me school clothes in my life. And in 1984, the 84-85 school year, Pops took me to Rosie Greer's shop and bought me that Chicago Bears jacket. Of course, I picked it out. I predicted Chicago would win the Super Bowl that year. I think I put that in my book. And it happened. What 6 parts of Carver? I didn't hear that part. There's 6 parts of Carver Park, yeah. Kev, you staying in Vegas? I'm staying wherever I could stay, man. I tell you guys that all the time, but Vegas is my choice. I prefer to stay in Vegas, but I'm wherever I could lay my head at, bro. Bottom line. Until I get me an apartment, I'm not stable. Until I get an apartment and become stable, then I'll know where I stay at. It's just Vegas is so much cheaper, man. It's cheaper and I like it. I like the lights, the women, the drink whenever you want to drink, and everything is right near me that I need to get to. The food joints and whatever else. If I want to go to a casino and watch football or baseball, it's all right here. So definitely my preference. Rico, you smoked 2 people off 89th and Grand. What the fuck? Y'all in here talking about murders now? Y'all need to be on Vlad TV, dog. Hey, Vlad, come interview the Art of War and Rico, man. Come interview these dudes, bro. I should move to Lakewood. What I'm gonna do in Lakewood, man? Talk to me. Stores close early in Lakewood. No casinos in any casinos in Lakewood. A lot of females in Lakewood. I don't know. Talk to me, bro. I don't plan on interviewing the Nation of Islam. What up, Haps? What's going on, bro? I don't even know what they're talking about, man. I have no idea, man. I got moderators in here. I don't see every comment. I only see some comments. Yeah, I heard the lowriders was coming yesterday. It was so dry out here. It's so hot and dry out here yesterday. The streets was empty. I didn't see shit out here yesterday. Of course, I wasn't on the side of town the lowriders was. No pictures of Bob Simmons. No. I had seen a picture of Bob Simmons before, but you know what? I don't even think that was Bob Simmons on the picture I had seen. Because I had seen a white dude, but I was told Bob Simmons was a black dude, so I don't know who I seen. I got you, Gangster Rico. Well, Melly Mel is just, I always say, I don't like to be in front of the camera like that, and it's hard for me to ask questions, to remember what I want to ask, and work two cameras at the same time. So it's better that somebody else asks the questions, whether it's Baby S Mac or Melly Mel. Um, it really don't matter to me. But Mel knows more of Compton than I do. So it's only right Mel asks questions. But, after talking to Cutes, and Cutes convinced me that Melly Mel just knew a little too much about Carver Park. And so he was so involved in the interview that he wouldn't really let Willie Herb finish out his stories. And you know what I'm saying? And so Willie Herb's train of thought will get changed. And some of that may have been Willie Herb's fault. Some of it may have been Melly Mel's fault. But Melly Mel had so much information and knew so many names of Nickerson Gardens and Front Hood and Carver Park. And so he would throw them names out there and Willie Herb would jump on that. And so we didn't really get all of what we wanted out of Willie Herb. So we definitely need a part two of Willie Herb. We got to get him again one day. Pictures of him in Tookie's book. Okay, it's pictures of him in Tookie's book. I don't remember that. Okay, damn. Well, we need to get some pictures out of Tookie's book then. Nah, ain't no more music, bro, because the music, I get flagged. I get flagged when I put the music on here. And plus, people submitting their music just wasn't involved enough. So if people don't want to get promoted, I don't want to promote them. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going out my way to promote no motherfuckers that don't want to be promoted. So I'm done with that shit. I tried. I gave it my best. I'm just not interested. Plus, a lot of the music was garbage. A lot of music sucked. So who want to listen to some bad music? Bad music is supposed to make you feel good, feel happy, and really enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Get you pumped up. It's not supposed to like have everybody saying it's weak and thumbs down and all that old shit. So, but definitely don't need to get the channel flagged no more. Don't need to. You know what I'm saying? I got to do me now. It's not about doing y'all as much as it used to be. It's about doing me right now. I got to do me, man. I gotta get back on track and follow my vision and my path accordingly and not what you guys want me to do. You know what I mean? So, who was your favorite that you interviewed? I always say I like them all, man. It's not really no bad. It's not really one that I didn't like. I like them all, man. I got my favorite personalities, my favorite historians, my favorite storytellers. But as a whole, I like them all, man. I agree. Bad music is worse than no music. I agree. Yeah, Willie Herb was. I'm not gonna say he was tense in the beginning. He did look tense physically, but we had already talked before we went on camera. We already talked, and I had went over there and talked to Willie Herb 2 years ago. Zane Smith had took me over there to meet Willie Herb 2 years ago, and so me and Willie Herb have chopped it up for hours. You know what I'm saying? We got hours in of talking, and You know, he's just a cool dude, a fair dude. He's not trying to down nobody. He's not trying to pump nobody up that shouldn't be pumped up. And he just feel like his brother, Curtis, and his brother, The Undertaker, just wasn't talked about enough. But in going back over Frog's interview, Frog mentioned his brother. Going back over Two Pretty Kenny's interview, he mentioned his brother. So it's my conclusion that Willie Herb's not watching Kel-Mac videos. Willie Herb is watching other channels. Willie Herb's seen, in my opinion, Willie Herb's seen Frog's interview on another channel. And he's watching interviews elsewhere, not on Kel-Mac videos, because at Kel-Mac videos, and it's a proven fact, we lay out a roadmap. We bring these different names in, all these different names, pieces of the puzzle. And so The Undertaker was mentioned in at least Two Pretty Kenny and Frog's interview. I don't know if Melly Mel ever mentioned The Undertaker, but he's been mentioned. And Willie Herb said he's never been mentioned, but he has been mentioned. And that's the beauty of Kel-Mac videos, man. We bring all these different names to the table. That's all important in the history of Crips and Pyros, man, and Bloods. What's happening, Musa? Alex, salute, rest in peace. The intro is fine. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You're going to end up like 50 Cent switching it back. Hey, man, I ain't tripping off the intro, man. Actually, I don't even want to do an intro no more. I just want to get straight to the point, man. Get straight to the point, get this shit over with. I don't need no intro because I got too many people speaking on it. Too many people worried about the intro. It takes away from the interview. So I just want to stick to the interview, man. The Undertaker was killed, from my understanding, in Kitchen Hood, possibly by some red rags in Kitchen Hood. And so that's how I was told. But Willie Herb never even went into it. Willie Herb never touched on the main people he wanted to talk about. I'm with you on that, Seldom Seen. I agree. Kev, do a fundraiser for mobile home. You can travel to interview sites. As a part of doing business, you could also write it off. Baba Louie, best interview. Nah, keep it. It's classic. I don't know, man. Like I say, anything to take away from the interview, I don't even want to bother with it. I just want to start getting straight to the interview, dig in, and get out of it. You feel me? Too many people doing gang history. Vlad, Al Prophet, thinking he cares. Hey, man, if it's a lane for everybody, then jump in the lane. But one thing about it, you got a fast lane, you got the middle lanes, and you got the slow lane. And so the fans, the viewers, the historians are all gonna have their own opinion on which lane is the lane to be in, which lane you want to jump in and follow. You know what I'm saying? So be it, man. I no longer worry about that shit, man. I mean, I didn't create this lane. This ain't a lane I created. It's just a lane I jumped in and began to change, to raise the bar and set the standard and bring the key names to this shit. So that's what we bring here at Kel-Mac Videos, man. And then, like, according to the viewership and according to people that I talk to on the telephone, Kel-Mac Videos is unmatchable with the type of questions that Baby S-Mac bring, Melly Mel bring, and myself. I bring a line of questioning that nobody else brings. Baby S-Mac, he goes harder than me. Baby S-Mac brings that hard type of question that people want to hear. He calls people out on shit they say. You know what I'm saying? I always say he has a better memory than me, so he can remember shit, and he'll catch shit that I won't catch or I won't question. Melly Mel just knows Compton, and he knows the early Crips, and so Melly Mel brings that dimension to the channel. And so, and Melly Mel always, he brings that pretty boy, that cool, that pimp talk to the channel. You know what I'm saying? And so, you get that shit nowhere else, man. You can't. I could only teach that shit, bro. I could only teach it. That's all I could do, man. And so we set the standard. We set the bar for this shit. Definitely, we've become the measuring tape for gang interviews, man, without question. I don't think that's debatable. Hey, man, a 504 gateway timeout error, everybody is saying the same thing you saying, bro. There's no difference. Kev, I believe if you was active like 2013 to now, you would be well over 100,000 subscribers. Probably so. Probably so. But it's coming. I mean, we damn near at 60,000, bro. So I think we could get another 40,000. But the goal has always been 350,000. The goal was 350,000, and I'm cool on this shit, man. Hating and imitating is another form of congratulations. Imitate. That's cool, man. The cool, good looking out, bro. Flint, Michigan says Mel is A1. What up with Melvin Farmer, Kev? He avoiding your platform or he wants a payday? I don't know, man. Melvin Farmer is approachable. You can hit him up on Instagram. You can hit him up on Facebook. You know what I mean? You could ask him yourself. So it's no speculation and nobody determined that I'm hating or determined that Melvin Farmer is hating. Just go to his channel, ask him, and get your answer from there. No, that's definitely a good thought, D. Will. But it's only so much we can do, man. From an outsider standpoint, you can say do this, that, and the other, and there are probably some great ideas. But from an insider's point of view, this shit is like a strike zone for Barry Bonds in baseball, man. You want to be within that box. You don't want to go all out here too much. You know what I mean? Because then you start flirting with shit that's not acceptable in the gang world, man. As far as coming from the culture. Now, if you Vlad or you Al Prophet or you ABC News or Nightline or some shit, 60 Minutes, then you can go off into them crazy questions and different parts of the gang aspect. But not me, bro. I respect the culture, man. I respect the people I'm interviewing, and then I have a reputation myself that I'm not trying to throw away for an interview for somebody that's not within the realm of the culture that we talking about. You know what I'm saying? That just ain't me, man. I know a lot of people want to see me fuck up, want to laugh at me, clown me, throw bricks at me and shit. But bro, I respect the game, and I'm only gonna stay within my perimeters. Um, but that's not to say I'm not gonna do other shit within the culture. You know what I'm saying? You got pit bulls, you got pigeons, you got low riders, you got graffiti artists, you got car thieves and shit. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot more that we could cover, but it doesn't have to be from the gang member that's doing the interview. You feel me? So um, we'll see what happens, man. Just like I always say, I'm the captain of this ship, man. Let me take this ship in the direction I want to take it in, man. Aren't the Hoovers? You think you could make a function with Head Honcho and Frog? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Head Honcho will sit down with anybody. I don't see a problem with that, but I don't know if Frog would sit down with Head Honcho, though. I mean, I don't know. I don't talk to Frog like I talk to everybody else. And I've been having a problem talking to Head Honcho, but everybody else on speed dial, man. We talk all the time, man. On three ways and four ways and all that shit. So You know, like I say, I got bonds with these dudes. I got relationships with these dudes because when they run the 411, when they run a background check on me, man, they know that I'm a cool dude, man. They know I ain't punked the game. They know my character. They know what I'm about, and so we get these bonds, man, to where we talk on the phone all the time, man. Trey 57 interview, nothing has come about yet, man. My guy from Trey 57 is on parole. He can't leave Nevada right now, so um, he's instrumental in helping that happen, and it hasn't been able to happen yet. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. I gave y'all an hour, and every tribe is righteous in their own right, man. Every tribe has a good and bad. But I'm out of here, man. Thanks for all the super chats. It's my understanding super chat will be disabled in the middle of this month. I don't know how true it is, but YouTube's supposed to cut out super chats, man, and cut out the comment section. I don't believe it, but that's what's being said. That's what's being kicked around. And so we're going to turn up in September. That's all I'm going to say. September 7th, Inglewood history. Y'all stay strong. Stay focused. Stay in tune with CareMac videos. September is going to be full of videos. Enjoy this football season. I'm going to find a day and a time to once a week to do our football stuff, man. Fantasy football, NFL picks. Y'all stay strong. I'm out of here. Peace.